Well, hello, my lovelies. Happy New Year from Paige at the Magic of Horsecraft. And this is the year of the horse. And it is my mission to make the world a better place for horses with the time that I have left in it by helping them be better understood by the humans who love them and interact with them. And it's become very clear in this last year in particular, as things have become very polarized in the horse world, where horse lovers attack other horse lovers, we see harm done in the name of good. It became clear that sport didn't need me anymore. There are avenues in sport to regulate it that are catching up to humanity's evolution. And the people participating in it are, even when they are doing harm, doing the best they can for where they're at now. We are moving the needle. We are moving that point forward. But sport will take care of itself with scientists and veterinarians and advocates and processes. My mission is to make the world a better place for the average school horse. Because the average school horse doesn't come with veterinary exams and a budget for back massages and a Centurion machine and lasers and equine dentistry. They don't come with that kind of budget because the average person that wants to ride a horse can't carry that kind of overhead for us. So they are the ones that are suffering when people show up in an unregulated industry and they maybe don't come from a horsey family and they're flipping through the yellow pages. They're flipping through the Google, looking for a horse pro and for someone to tell them what's true about horses and what horses need. And in this unregulated world, that means that horses aren't actually being understood. So it's my mission to make the life better for the average riding school horse and the pros who are working within it, to make sure that the people who show up, understand the species, therefore their expectations that you have if you're a horse pro out there, then people that are showing up at your door have realistic expectations of you, and the horses can be happier too. So in my experiment for the last couple of years of finding out how I can apply new skills that I had learned through heart math and self-regulation and new perspective shifts that I had, I've been experimenting with how I can make the world a better place for school horses and the pros who are there to make the dreams come true of the average adult amateur horse lover. And I've got a newsflash: the average adult amateur who loves horses is aging. And the model that we've given them to work with is failing them increasingly. And so I am inviting this year to be a perspective shift in a few things. One, I would like September to be named the International Month of the School Horse, where we all share stories of our favorite horses who have taught us our biggest lessons and carried our hopes and dreams on their backs. I picked September on purpose. It's not by accident, because I watch school horses make it through summer camp season. And in North America, it's hot. The ground's hard, flies. It's a hard job. And when they get to the end of August, they've got an influx of new learners coming in, and beginners, even with the best of intentions, are hard to carry around. And so I thought, what if September became the International Month of the School Horse, and it became normal that we spent that month learning groundwork skills, teaching people what they need to know before they sit on their backs, and making sure that they have a month that is dedicated to putting back something in the tank and not just withdrawing from their energy bank and their enthusiasm bank for life. It isn't normal for an equine to show up day in and day out in an indoor riding arena and go around in circles. But that's what they have to do to earn a living in a good part of the world, certainly in North America. And so, what can you do if you are coming to ride some of these horses that are provided to you by your riding school to make that horse's life better? And I saw some examples over this Christmas where the barn got together to gift sessions of body work to the lesson horses. We did sessions that were unmounted where we could learn and practice some things that weren't taking from the horse. We dedicated learning how they learn and how to motivate them and things that we can do to improve our horsecraft without taking any energy from them. And the largest thing that I have found is that we can, no matter how much we know, no matter how well trained we are, no matter how well practiced we are, we can't put any of it to use if we don't arrive regulated. If we arrive a jumble of nerves, if we aren't present, if we aren't able to access a state of flow, we aren't gonna get the magic. So that's what I have dedicated my life to. Someone else can tell you how to ride good after I get my hands on you. And we learn how to motivate the horses, how to carry ourselves, how to use some heart math tools and regulation skills to maximize our horse-human relationship. What you do with it out of the barn, it's none of my business, and I'm not a doctor, but survey says that this is applicable on many levels, and that if you learn how to apply these heart math approaches, your life with horses will get better, and probably your memory and your grades and your relationships. A bunch of other good things happen too. Just a bonus. I can't help it. So follow me for more this year. Make September the International Month of the School Horse. I have some offers coming out end of January that I will post more about to start over with your horse, and one focused on heart math for horse lovers. And I'll send you some more information about that shortly. But just wanted to tag in to say Happy New Year. Thank you for supporting me through what was a pretty wild year, and one that I am really thankful for. So it went sideways, and it was pretty close to getting snuffed out there. Seems like not too long ago at all, just last year in March. And the blow of a horse's hoof sent my life sideways. And all it cost me in the end really was a spleen and a chunk of time. And you can live without those things. So in that amount of time, it forced me to focus more on who I can help and how I can help them and what I want to do while I'm here. So I'm really thankful for that, because I was still allowing fear to push me forward and scarcity. And now I learned, I know what I learned through last year, that what is at the heart of me is unharmable. My body can be pretty badly battered up. And if I still want to live, we can get to medical interventions. The body is capable of extraordinary, mind-bending acts of healing. And there are people who spent a lot of money on their educations to be able to help us when we get kicked and hurt, whatever. And that on some level, I recognize that there's something else within us that is harmed but is reparable. And that is that we can sustain heartfelt trauma, psychological trauma, but that you can overcome those things too. And there are people who spend a lot of money and time on their educations to help people over all kinds of things. So you can heal from anything if you still really want to be here. With death, as someone who work with livestock and the vet's daughter, somebody who's 55, in general, you have some experience with death after a certain amount of time. And I've had friends who have had the gift of near-death experiences of dying and coming back from all accounts. It's actually a pretty cool thing. So I've come into 2026 kind of going, well, I guess what's at the core of me is unharmable and I'm not afraid to die. So I'm just going to get really curious about how I can show up and feel like being here is making a difference and that it's fun. A good portion of it should be, you know. And in the meantime, I'll just keep kind of dreaming here in my cabin about how to make the world a better place for school horses. So it's been interesting to let these sort of high-level ideas of how we can make the world a better place for them and to watch them trickle down into actual better experiences. And what I'm going to challenge pros this year is to say to themselves, what can I provide unmounted that people will embrace with equal value to what we can do mounted? And to make bareback pads a normal thing and neck straps a normal thing, well-placed neck straps for school horses. So normalize those and elastic rein inserts. Anything we can do to be kinder to the schoolies and to just embrace that there's so much more they can offer us if they don't come to the arena door and go, oh my, oh, not again, right? How can you make that better? Much love to you all. Thanks for listening. I appreciate your support this year when my life went sideways. And look at me. Upright. Still alive. I'm like a cockroach. You just try.